What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. It is the 20th day of November, and here we are, just below $500, sitting at about 476 bucks. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get into it, my friends. We do have somewhat of a symmetrical triangle forming here. Right? We can continue to be in this symmetrical triangle well into December, but something's got to give one way or the other. I think it would be absolutely wild if this broke out to the downside. Not that it can't, not that if it did that it would be detrimental. Go lower. I dare you. Bring us a $400 price. We're going to buy it up. Bitcoin Cash, the Bitcoin Cash community is a rather, what's the word I'm looking for? We don't care. We really don't care. Drop the price lower. We're going to buy more. Because the thing is, the same people who are buying here, who are buying here, who are buying here, it's the same people who were buying back here, who were buying back here, who were buying back here, who've been buying here. Go lower. Give us a cheaper price. We haven't sold. We're accumulating. We're stacking. Give us cheaper prices to continue to do so. It's not a problem because we know as time goes on that this pattern, the breakout, is only going to lead to one direction. We're already showing our hand early, right? It's going to be immense to the upside. Although, to be completely fair, I suppose looking at it like this in this light here, let me get a daily on here. Hold on. Let me do something real quick. Let me get a different line. Delete all this. We'll connect the dots. Hold on, guys. Because the daily is more accurate. If you're doing it on the monthly, it's a little bit less accurate as far as the trend line goes. Come on. You know what's weird that I found? Okay, there we go. It's really hard to actually draw. Look at that. For some reason, it won't let you get to this high unless you zoom way the hell in on it. I don't know why. Just for Bitcoin Cash. Like TradingView, there's a glitch for some reason. Just that high, it won't let you put it on that high. You have to like zoom way the hell in order to do it. Anyways, extend to the right. Okay, all the way back here, finding resistance, back testing for support, all that stuff. If we were to go below 400, I guess here is the problem, right? Is that if we were to break back below this, if this symmetrical triangle did break out to the downside, that would imply a move that breaks us back below here. Now, is that detrimental? Does that hurt our cause? No. We've seen it happen before, and there's still a lot of optimism to the upside. But we wouldn't want to start closing days below here. So maybe prices below $400 aren't as welcome as I had just been saying. Maybe don't give it to us. Maybe I don't dare you to go below $440. Perhaps you shouldn't do that. But we could drop to 450. We could find support there. Hell, we could go back down to this low. As long as we're wicking and we're closing above it, I think it's fine. So I guess in that sense, I'll take back my cocky, arrogant statements of saying, do it, I dare you, and say, please no. Please, sir, don't do it. Please, can you spare us some change? Might we go to the upside? I think that we will. I really do think that looking at this from an overall lifelong historical formation, this is a very prime opportunity here. It's a very prime signal that big things are coming. And with that, I feel very safe in saying that from here, $475, I don't think that we will go below 450. Probably ever again in Bitcoin Cash's history. In its existence, like not between now and the end of the next bear market. No, I mean from here until the world stops, Bitcoin Cash will likely never be below $450 again. That's what we're seeing here. Or if it is, it would be a short-lived experience. Or if we do go below 450, then we're in trouble, guys, because breaking out of this long-term historical trend has been significant. Breaking back into it like this, that would be very discouraging. That could have some serious repercussions. I would be faithful still. I would be very optimistic and bullish still on Bitcoin Cash, but let's just call a spade a spade. It wouldn't be good to break below that line. I'm dilly-dallying too much. I'm beating around the bush. I want to get to the TA. Let's do it, okay? We're theorizing what direction are we going to break out of this. And we've really just concluded that breaking out to the downside is not really an option. We have to break out to the upside. So let's see on the short term what the charts are telling us. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame and then we'll zoom out from there. 1 hour time frame, you're getting some volume coming in on these buys. Look at this. There's a lot of buying pressure going on. Some selling pressure here and there as well. Very volatile. This looks like on the 1 hour time frame, it looks just like every other chart. It's just super choppy. Very, very choppy right now. Everything's ranging. The market makers are making their plays, man. RSI is bearish. It's neutral. It's so choppy, it's really neutral. You're bearish right now, but you're probably going to move up. Higher lows, whatever. Stochastics are bearish, but again, every time you're oversold, you move up. Typically, though, if we look at the last few times, you have stayed here for a little bit, so that could promote the idea, again, that we go below this level. We could go below 470, and I think that it's okay if we go below 470, but we don't want to go too low below 470, right? We don't want to go, like, below, let's say, 465. So maybe we do drop a little bit lower, but we don't want to drop below 465, because that would imply that we're breaking out to the downside of our symmetrical triangle. The MACD is not going to be helpful. The stochastics won't really be helpful either, though, just because we're moving sideways. 4-hour time frame. RSI is very choppy. Stochastics are choppy. MACD is choppy, but there is some bullish momentum being built, okay, or bearish momentum decaying. I stand by it. I think that we do go a little bit lower from here. We might not go below this low, but even if we do, it's okay, okay? But I don't want to go tremendously below that low. Okay, let's hold 465 or higher. Daily time frame, the short-term indicators aren't really helping us, and hindsight, I probably should have seen that coming because we've just been moving sideways in this little block since the 5th of November. We're on that note, we are in this little block here, and we are at the bottom ends of the block. It might be a great time to buy. It has been every single other time since the beginning of this month. It's been a great time to buy. But we do have, again, this symmetrical triangle look here, and we want to make sure that this upholds. So I want to use some trend lines that are actually rigid, not flexible. Let's see, like this. Yes? Is that better right there? Something like that. And then coming down, maybe something like this. Maybe down to the daily closes. Maybe we should use the closing bars instead of the wicking bars. Something like that. It doesn't look as symmetrical there. I like the symmetrical look. Who cares if I like it? Maybe this is the way to draw the pattern. Maybe it's like this if you're using closing prices. But if you're using wicking prices, then it would be a little bit more symmetrical. Come on. Yeah, a little bit more. And showing our hand to the upside at times, actually, which is nice to see. A break below this on a daily closing basis would be bad, closing like below 470, and a break above 520 should be pretty good, honestly. And again, I'm giving a little bit of margin of acceptance there. We could be below this line or above this line, and that doesn't mean that we break out, right? It wasn't like that every time here. We didn't break out here, right? We could do the same thing to the downside. Maybe we have some wicks to the downside. But anyways, anticipating that we do break out to the upside. The RSI overall, was very bullish. Now it's very neutral and choppy, even bearish, I'll say. But you have this momentum. I think that's pent up momentum from this move up from April. You've been consolidating, and you're likely going to move up. This feels like a correction to me from a move up. If this is the correction, we likely do continue higher. Is this a diamond? No, it's not a diamond. That'd be a weird diamond. No, it's not. Kind of like in this area here. It's like a parallelogram. But no, it's not a diamond. What was I just going to do, man? What was it? I can't remember. Oh, yes, that's what I was going to do. Okay, weekly time frame. I want to see where we are by the way of the fibs. From a low to a high. We hit the 382. I think that's the low, man. I'm very convinced that we find support and that we move higher. We just can't really, we got to hold this line. We don't want to go lower. If we do go lower, don't panic. Weird things happen. You can have fake outs. You can break this symmetrical triangle to the downside and still prevail to the upside. But it's just not ideal, right? It's just not ideal to I'd rather that we don't fake out. Let's not send our emotions on a roller coaster, right? Let's just break out to the upside and have faith in that. But again, send it lower. We're going to be buying it no matter what. I do like this 382 support. Typically when we get that, we do move higher. And if we look at this here again, in respects to this overall range that we've been in really since April of 2024, from here you found resistance. Here you found resistance. Here you did find resistance, but it's a bit of a different story, isn't it? You're not rejecting the same way that you did before. Different behavior, I think, begets different results. Okay. And again, we're sitting on top of this massive lifelong downtrend. Okay, we're sitting right on top of it, ready to break out. When we do break out, we should see prices all the way up at $4,000 and beyond. Bitcoin Cash is like, it's literally sitting on a stack of dynamite right now. And at any point in time, it could ignite. And when I tell you that we could be at $4,000 in the next 40 days, I'm not just saying that for clicks or for views. I'm saying that because genuinely, I mean, we could be higher than that. Like, it's something to be aware of, that we are literally sitting on a stack of dynamite and this thing is about to erupt violently. We're below $500. It's a blessing. Buy the dip while you can. I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Really love seeing all the attention that the Bitcoin Cash community is getting lately, and that Bitcoin Cash is getting itself. I think that it's really cool to see, and I think that as the price shows up, that behavior will only grow. We'll only start to see. I guarantee you guys, all of your life, Bitcoin Cash, you have been, shade has been thrown your way. Uh-oh, hold on, wait a second. What was that? Oh wow, that's hilarious. I just got a scam request. I just got a scam text. Coinbase wallet alert. We detected a 2FA removal request. If unauthorized, please call this. I might call them just to have fun with them, just to mess with them. But I'll use a different voice. I might use a different voice. I don't know. I could talk like this a little bit, maybe. Right? If you're thinking in your head, if you're thinking that this is not racist, but whenever I talk like this, it's racist, then you're racist. Because why is it racist? Why is it racist to talk in accents? Anyways, I'm getting off on a whole different tangent here. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.